The doctor's words hit me like a sledgehammer. Mr. Kelly, there seems to be an incompatibility with the blood types. We'll need to run additional tests. I'm Todd, and until that moment, I thought I had everything figured out. My son Liam sat on my lap, his chubby fingers reaching for the colorful charts on the wall, while Emma, my wife of 3 years, nervously twisted her wedding ring. What kind of incompatibility? I asked, keeping my voice steady despite the sudden dryness in my throat. Dr. Patterson adjusted her glasses. Well, given your blood type and your wife's, the combination we're seeing in Liam is unusual. It's probably nothing, but we should verify. Emma's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, then quickly turned it face down. I'm sure it's fine, she said, a little too quickly. Liam's healthy now. That's what matters. That night, after putting Liam to bed, I couldn't shake the doctor's words. I sat in my home office staring at my computer screen, cursor hovering over a home paternity test kit website. Emma walked in, wrapped her arms around my shoulders. Working late again? She asked, kissing my neck. Come to bed. Just finishing up some emails, I lied, closing the browser. Go ahead, I'll be there soon. 3 days later, the test kit arrived. Getting Liam's DNA was easy, a quick swab while pretending to clean his face after dinner. Mine was even easier. The waiting was the hard part. I threw myself into being the perfect dad and husband. I made pancakes shaped like dinosaurs, took Liam to the park, surprised Emma with flowers. My best friend Gareth noticed during our weekly beer night. Man, you're extra chipper lately, he said, eyeing me suspiciously. I shrugged. Just grateful, you know. Having a family, it changes you. The results arrived on a Tuesday. I waited until Emma left for work, Liam safely at daycare. The envelope felt heavy in my hands. Inside, clinical words destroyed my world. Probability of paternity, 0%. I read it 7 times. Each time the number stayed the same. 0. My son wasn't my son. The house felt too quiet. On the mantel, photos of us smiled back at me. Emma and I at our wedding, Liam's first Christmas, family vacation at the beach. Happy lies, all of them. My phone buzzed. A text from Emma. Don't forget to pick up Liam at 5, love you. I stared at those words, love you, right. The baby monitor on my desk crackled to life. We kept one at my workspace so I could hear Liam when he napped upstairs. But now it just reminded me of all the times Emma had been up there, putting him to sleep, singing lullabies to another man's child. I folded the results carefully and placed them in my desk drawer. Then I opened my laptop and created a new folder. Evidence. Okay, I whispered to myself. Let's find out what else she's hiding. My phone buzzed again. Emma had sent a photo of herself at work, smiling brightly. Missing my boys. I saved the picture to the new folder. First piece of evidence. The day she lied with a smile. There would be more. I was sure of it. The rage inside me wasn't hot. It was cold, calculating, patient. Emma thought she had me fooled. She thought I was the happy, naive husband who'd never question anything. She was about to learn how wrong she was. I'd gotten good at pretending everything was normal. Making coffee in the morning, kissing Emma goodbye, working from home while she conquered the corporate world. But now I watched. I noticed things, like how she always took her phone to the shower. Always. That morning, while steam filled the bathroom, her phone buzzed on the counter. I hesitated for a second before picking it up. The message preview caught my eye. Gym girl. Last night was incredible. Still taste you. My hands shook as I opened it. The full message made me sick. Last night was incredible. Still taste you on my lips. Your husband really buying the late meetings? The shower was still running. I quickly forwarded the messages to my email, then deleted the forwarded notification. As I set the phone down, Emma's voice carried through the door. Honey, can you bring me my lotion? It's on the nightstand. Sure thing, babe. My voice didn't crack. I was getting better at lying, too. That evening, Emma said she needed to put Liam down for the night. I nodded, kissed them both, and went to my office. The baby monitor sat silent for a few minutes before crackling to life. Shh, baby, Emma's voice came through. Daddy's working. Then a male voice, barely a whisper. Which daddy? My blood ran cold. I hit record on my phone, holding it to the monitor's speaker. Giggling, rustling. Emma's voice again, breathier now. Harder, daddy boss? Yes. I closed my eyes, trying to control my breathing. The sounds continued, becoming more intense. Through the monitor, I could hear everything. My wife having sex with another man in our son's nursery. Their son's nursery, I corrected myself. When it was over, I heard him say, delete that text from earlier. Your husband's not completely stupid. Please, Emma laughed. Todd trusts me completely. He'd never check my phone. I saved the recording and named it Exhibit A. The next morning at breakfast, Emma was all smiles, feeding Liam his oatmeal. I was thinking, she said, maybe we should invite my boss to Liam's birthday party. Enzo's been so supportive with all my projects. I bet he has, I thought. Out loud, I said, sure, why not? The more the merrier. Really? She looked surprised. I thought you might think it was weird, mixing work and family. I smiled, reaching for my coffee. I trust your judgment completely. That afternoon, I installed a small camera in the nursery, disguised as a stuffed animal. Emma had always said I was good with tech. Time to prove her right. My phone buzzed. A text from Gareth. Beer tonight? Can't, I replied. Working late. Since when do you work late? Since I found out my wife's fucking her boss. 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Finally, holy shit, come over, now. An hour later, I sat in Gareth's garage, playing him the audio. His face darkened with each moan. Jesus Christ, Todd, what are you going to do? I took a long pull from my beer. Nothing, yet. Yet? Liam's first birthday is in 3 weeks. Seems like a good time for everyone to hear the truth, don't you think? Gareth leaned back, studying me. You're scary when you're calm, you know that? I checked my phone. A new notification. Emma had just shared her location with Gym Girl. I'm not calm, I said, saving the location data. I'm just getting started. The pieces came together faster than I expected. Emma's coworker, Brooke, practically jumped at the chance to talk when I accidentally ran into her at the coffee shop near their office. Oh my God, finally, she said, sliding into the seat across from me. I've been watching this train wreck for months. Months? I kept my voice casual, stirring my coffee. Brooke leaned forward. It started right after she got pregnant. The late meetings with Enzo. Everyone knows, but nobody says anything because, well, he's the boss. And before the pregnancy? Nothing. That's what makes it weird. It's like something changed when she found out she was pregnant. Brooke hesitated. Look, there's something else. I waited. Emma's been bragging to some of the girls. Says Enzo's going to leave his wife, that they're planning something big. My phone buzzed. The nanny cam app was alerting me to movement in the nursery. I opened it discreetly under the table. There they were. Emma and Enzo kissing by Liam's crib. My son, their son, sleeping peacefully while they groped each other like teenagers. Todd? Brooke was watching me. Are you okay? I clicked off the phone. Perfect. Hey, would you be willing to write down what you just told me? Maybe sign it? That evening, Gareth came over to help me organize the evidence. Emma was at another late meeting. Jesus, he said, scrolling through the clips I'd collected. The nursery? That's fucked up. Gets better. I pulled up Emma's location history. See these hotel visits all during lunch breaks, and look who else's phone pings in the same location. Gareth whistled. Your lawyer's going to love this. Speaking of, I handed him a document. Remember our prenup? Check section 8.3. He read aloud, "In the event of infidelity, all joint assets revert to the wronged party." Damn, your lawyer was thorough. Emma thought it was romantic at the time. Said it proved how committed we were. I laughed bitterly. Guess she forgot about it. My phone lit up with a text from Emma. "Meeting running late. Don't wait up." I checked the nanny cam. Empty nursery. Then I pulled up her location. The Westbrook Hotel, room 412. Again. "You know what's crazy?" I said to Gareth. "Part of me wishes I was wrong, that there was some explanation that would make this okay. But there isn't." No. I pulled up another file. Look what I found on her laptop. Emails to a divorce lawyer from 2 weeks ago. She's planning to take everything, the house, Liam, even my savings. Gareth's face hardened. Not gonna happen. No, I agreed. It's not. We spent the next hour setting up the audio system for Liam's party. Hidden speakers, wireless mics, everything routed through my laptop. "You sure about this?" Gareth asked. "Going nuclear at a kid's birthday party?" "They fucked in his nursery. They're planning to take him from me." Seems fitting. My phone buzzed again. Emma had sent a photo to Gym Girl. Her in lingerie posing in Liam's room. The caption made my blood boil. "My dumb husband is in the next room." I was in the garage. "Send that to yourself," Gareth said quietly. "More evidence." I did, then added it to the growing folder labeled Party Surprises. 1 week, I said. 1 more week of playing the loving husband. Then everyone sees who she really is. Gareth nodded. "They won't know what hit them." Neither would Emma's parents, but they'd learn soon enough. We all would. "The decorations look perfect," Emma beamed, hanging another balloon. "You've been so helpful with the party planning, honey." I smiled, holding the ladder steady. Anything for our little man. The party was 3 days away. I'd become the model husband, bringing her coffee in bed, offering massages after her late meetings, even suggesting we invite Enzo personally. "Really?" she'd asked, trying to hide her excitement. "You want to invite him?" "Of course, he's been so supportive of your career." Now I watched her check her phone for the 100th time that morning. A message from Gym Girl made her bite her lip and quickly type a response. "Everything okay?" I asked innocently. "Just work stuff." She kissed my cheek. "I need to run to the store for more streamers. Back in an hour?" I waited until her car left the driveway before opening my laptop. The GPS tracker I'd placed in her car showed her heading nowhere near the party store. The Westbrook Hotel, room 412. Again, my phone rang. It was Brooke. "Todd, you need to see this. Now." 20 minutes later, I sat in her car, watching a video she'd recorded at the office holiday party 3 months ago. Emma and Enzo, drunk and careless, whispering in a corner. "That's not even the worst part," Brooke said, fast-forwarding. "Watch this." Emma's voice slurred but clear. "He doesn't suspect anything. Thinks the baby's his, fucking idiot." Enzo laughed. "When are you telling him?" "After the first birthday. Once the trust fund kicks in. Then we take everything and disappear." I felt sick. "Trust fund? Your son's trust fund? The one you set up when he was born? The one that became accessible when he turned 1. The one worth nearly $500,000. My phone buzzed. "Emma, store's crazy busy. Might be another hour." I checked the GPS. Still at the hotel. "There's more," Brooke said quietly. She handed me a USB drive. "Security footage from the office. They're not even trying to hide it anymore." That night, Emma came home with streamers and a guilty smile. I played my part perfectly. Loving husband, doting father, complete fool. "I was thinking," she said over dinner, "maybe we should set up a joint account for Liam's future." I nearly choked on my wine. "Great idea. After the party?" "Perfect." She squeezed my hand. "You're the best, you know that?" Later, while she showered, I checked her laptop. A new email draft to Enzo. Everything's ready. Joint account being set up next week. Once the trust fund transfers, we're clear. Can't wait to start our real life together. Todd's such a sucker. Actually helping plan the party where we'll tell him everything. Poor bastard won't know what hit him. I forwarded the email to myself, then deleted the draft. In the shower, Emma was humming our wedding song. My phone lit up. Gareth. Sound system's ready. You sure about this? I typed back. They're planning to take everything. My money, my house, my son. Who isn't even my son? Jesus, what do you need? I looked at the bathroom door, listening to Emma's happy humming. She thought she had it all planned out. Thought she was the one in control. Make sure everyone shows up, I replied. Especially her parents. They should see who their daughter really is. The shower turned off. I quickly closed everything and picked up a party planning magazine. Finding more ideas? Emma called out. Oh yeah, I answered. This party's going to be unforgettable. Emma's mother, Georgia, always insisted on weekly family dinners. Tonight, she noticed something was off. Emma, dear, she said, watching her daughter barely touch her food. You seem distracted. Just busy with party planning, Mom. Emma checked her phone under the table. I caught Georgia's eye. Actually, could you help me grab dessert from the kitchen? In the kitchen, I pulled out the DNA results. There's something you need to see. Georgia's hands trembled as she read. Her face went from confusion to horror to rage in seconds. This can't be right. There's more. I showed her my phone, playing the nursery audio. Her face turned stone cold as she heard her daughter's moans, Enzo's voice, their plotting. That whore, Georgia whispered. In my grandson's room? They're planning to take everything after the party. The trust fund, the house. Georgia's hand gripped the counter. Does her father know? Not yet. I needed you to know first. Will you help me? She straightened her spine, years of military wife dignity taking over. What do you need? Make sure everyone comes to the party. Everyone. I want witnesses. Back at the table, Emma was texting again, smiling at her phone. Who's that, dear? Georgia's voice could have frozen hell. Oh, just work stuff. Emma looked up, caught her mother's expression. Mom, everything okay? Perfect, darling. Georgia's smile was terrifying. Just perfect. After dinner, while Emma put Liam to bed, Georgia pulled me aside. Show me everything. I played the security footage, showed her the hotel receipts, the messages, the emails about stealing the trust fund. She always was selfish, Georgia said quietly. But this... She turned to me. End her. That's the plan. No, you don't understand. Georgia grabbed my arm. End her completely. I want her to lose everything. Her reputation, her job, her family, all of it. My phone buzzed. Emma had texted Enzo. I want you to come. Let's finally do this, you and me. Permanent. Georgia read it over my shoulder and slapped the wall. I carried her for 9 months, raised her to have values, and this is what she does? The party's in 2 days, I said. Everything's ready. Good. Georgia's voice was ice. I'll tell their father tonight. He needs to see for himself what his princess has become. Later that night, Emma cuddled up to me in bed. Mom was weird at dinner. Was she? Yeah, like she was angry about something. Emma kissed my neck. But never mind that. I can't wait for the party. It's going to be so special. It sure will be. I stroked her hair, imagining her face when the truth came out. Hey, is Enzo definitely coming? Mm-hmm. She tried to sound casual. He said he wouldn't miss it. My phone lit up. A text from Georgia. Told Donovan he's devastated, wants to kill Enzo. I texted back, tell him to wait. Let them dig their own graves first. Emma was already asleep, smiling slightly. probably dreaming about her perfect escape plan, about taking my money, my house, their son. Another text from Georgia. We're all behind you. Make it hurt. I looked at Emma's peaceful face, remembering how much I'd loved her, how much I'd trusted her, how completely she'd betrayed everything we'd built. Oh, it'll hurt, I whispered, though she couldn't hear me. It'll hurt more than you can imagine. 2 days, just 2 more days of pretending. Then everyone would know exactly who Emma really was, and she'd lose everything, just like she'd planned for me. The morning of the party, I woke up early to set everything up. Emma was still sleeping, exhausted from her latest late meeting with Enzo. Gareth arrived at 7 carrying speakers and cables. Ready for this? Been ready for weeks. I showed him where to hide the equipment. Audio needs to be perfect. Everyone needs to hear exactly what they've been doing. We worked quietly, concealing speakers behind decorations, running cables under rugs. The main monitor feed was hidden in a photo slideshow setup. Testing, testing, Gareth whispered into a hidden mic. His voice came through crystal clear on my phone's earpiece. Emma came downstairs as we finished, wearing a white sundress. The irony wasn't lost on me. You guys are amazing, she hugged Gareth. The setup looks perfect. Anything for Liam, I said, watching her flinch slightly at the name. My phone buzzed. Georgia. We're on our way. Donovan's barely holding it together. The guests started arriving at noon. Emma's college friends, our neighbors, her coworkers. Brooke came early, giving me a subtle nod. Where should I put this? She asked loudly, holding up a gift. Table by the slideshow, I said. The same table where my laptop waited, loaded with evidence. Emma's parents arrived next. George's hug was fierce, protective. Donovan couldn't look at his daughter. Daddy? Emma noticed. What's wrong? Nothing, princess. His voice cracked on the word. Just emotional about my grandson's big day. I caught his eye. Not yet, I mouthed. He nodded stiffly. At 1 o'clock, Enzo arrived. Expensive gift in hand, designer clothes, that smug smile. He hugged Emma too long, whispered something in her ear that made her giggle. Todd, he shook my hand. Great party, man. You've really gone all out. Well, you only turn one once, I said, thinking of the audio clips waiting to play. Emma gathered everyone around the cake. Liam sat in his high chair, oblivious to the tension. Cameras came out. Perfect. Before we sing, I announced, I've put together a little slideshow of Liam's first year. Emma beamed. Oh, honey, you didn't have to. Oh, but I did. I nodded to Gareth, who stood by the laptop. Everyone, please watch carefully. Some of these moments are unforgettable. The screen lit up. Photos started playing. Liam's birth. First smile, first steps. Then the screen flickered. Emma's voice filled the room. Harder, daddy boss. Her face went white. Enzo stepped forward, but Gareth blocked him. What is this? Someone gasped. The nursery camera footage started playing. Emma and Enzo by the crib. Their plans, their betrayal. Todd, Emma whispered. Please. I held up my hand. Wait for it. The DNA results appeared on screen. 0% match. Gasps filled the room. You see, I said loudly, this isn't just about their affair, it's about fraud, theft, planning to steal my son's trust fund. Georgia stood up. You disgraceful whore. Mom, I can explain. Explain? Donovan's voice boomed. Explain how you fucked your boss in my grandson's room? Explain how you plan to steal your husband's money? Enzo laughed nervously. Look, this is all a misunderstanding. Is it? I played another clip. Their conversation about taking everything and disappearing. The room erupted in chaos. Emma tried to reach for Liam, but Georgia blocked her. Don't you dare touch him, she hissed. My phone buzzed. A text from Brooke. HR team just received everything. They're calling emergency meetings. I smiled at Enzo. Better check your work email. The party was far from over, but phase one was complete, and Emma's world was already crumbling. The silence after the recordings felt like a physical thing. Emma stood frozen, tears streaming down her face while Enzo checked his phone frantically. 67 missed calls from HR, he announced, trying to sound casual. Guess the party's over, huh? Over, I laughed. We're just getting started. I turned to the guests. Did you know they were planning to drain my son's trust fund? Take everything and disappear? He's not your son, Emma suddenly screamed. He's Enzo's. We're in love. George's hand cracked across Emma's face. Love? You call this love? Mom, please. Don't you dare call me that. George's voice shook. I have no daughter. Enzo stepped forward, putting his arm around Emma. Look, everyone calm down. Emma and I... And you! Donovan lunged forward, his military training evident in his stance. You come into my grandson's room, into my daughter. Gareth and I barely caught him before he reached Enzo. Dad, stop, Emma cried. This isn't what we planned. Planned? I projected another email onto the screen. You mean this plan? To take the trust fund? To steal my house? The room erupted again. Emma's college friends backed away from her. Co-workers whispered and recorded everything on their phones. You know what's funny? I continued. You thought I was stupid. Called me a sucker in your emails, but here's what you didn't know. I played the final recording. Emma and Enzo in the nursery, plotting everything. Then Emma's voice. Todd's such an idiot. He has no idea I'm going to take everything. Actually, I said over the gasps, I knew everything, for weeks, every hotel meeting. I looked at Enzo. Every time you came to my house, every conversation about stealing my money. Enzo's phone buzzed again. His face went pale. They're suspending me, effective immediately. Sexual misconduct, I explained. Abuse of power. Affairs with subordinates. Plotting theft. HR has everything. You can't prove, Enzo started. Check your email. Video's pretty clear, especially the ones from your office. Emma collapsed into a chair. Todd, please, we can talk about this. Like you talked about taking my son? My money? I pulled out more papers. Remember our prenup? Section 8.3? Her eyes widened. No. Yes, infidelity clause. You get nothing. Not the house, not the cars, not a penny of my money. But Liam... We'll stay with his biological father, I finished. Isn't that what you wanted? Though I doubt Enzo's wife will be thrilled. Enzo spun around. How did you... know about your wife? The one you told Emma you were separated from? I smiled. She's very interested in these videos. Should be serving you papers. Right about now. His phone buzzed again. Right on cue. You ruined everything, Emma screamed, lunging at me. Georgia and her friends held her back. No, Emma, you did that yourself. I turned to the guests. Party's over, folks. Thanks for coming. Sorry about the cake. What about my son? Emma sobbed. Your son? Georgia's voice was ice. The one you used as a prop in your affair? The one whose room you defiled? That son? Donovan finally broke free from Gareth's grip. But instead of attacking, he just looked at Emma with disgust. We raised you better than this. Daddy, please. Don't. He turned to me. Todd, I'm so sorry. We had no idea. I know. I watched as Emma's world crumbled around her. Neither did I. Enzo was already gone, fleeing the chaos. Emma stood alone, abandoned by everyone who'd ever loved her. Just like she'd planned for me. Happy birthday, Liam, I said quietly. Sorry your mom won't be around to see the next one. The revenge wasn't hot or violent. It was cold, calculated, and complete, just like her betrayal. The video went viral within hours. Someone at the party had recorded everything, and social media did the rest. Nursery Affair started trending, with Emma and Enzo's faces plastered across every platform. Holy shit, Gareth said, scrolling through his phone. Your story's on the front page of Reddit. We sat in my newly peaceful house, drinking beer and watching the fallout. My phone hadn't stopped buzzing with notifications. Did you see Enzo's company statement? Brooke texted me a link. The corporate PR response was brutal. Following serious allegations of misconduct, exploitation of power, and attempted financial fraud, Mr. Dean has been terminated effective immediately. Emma's attempts to contact me grew increasingly desperate. Please, we can fix this. I'll do anything. Don't take my baby. Just talk to me. I blocked her number. Georgia called daily with updates. She tried coming home. Donovan wouldn't even open the door. How's she managing? Living in some cheap motel. Lost her job, of course. No company wants the woman from the viral video. Georgia's voice was cold. She made her bed. The divorce papers arrived quickly. Emma didn't contest anything. The prenup was ironclad and she knew it. Her signature was shaky, tear-stained. My lawyer called with news about Liam. Enzo's wife is suing for full custody. Given the circumstances and evidence, Emma doesn't stand a chance. Good, I said, surprising myself by meaning it. That kid deserves better than both of them. Brooke kept me updated on the office gossip. Enzo's wife had gone nuclear, exposing years of affairs with other employees. His career was finished. The last anyone heard, he was moving back in with his parents. Emma tried one last time, showing up at my door. 5 minutes, she begged. Please. I let her in, if only to end this chapter completely. You destroyed me, she whispered. No, you did that yourself. Every time you brought him into our home, every time you plotted to take everything from me, every time you laughed about how stupid I was. I loved you once, she said. That's the sad part. I believe you, but you loved yourself more. She looked around the house, at the spaces where her photos used to hang, at the gaps where her belongings had been. What am I supposed to do now? Not my problem. I opened the door. But here's some advice. Next time you plan to destroy someone, make sure they're actually as stupid as you think they are. After she left, Gareth came over with more beer. You okay? He asked. You know what's weird? I said, opening a bottle. I actually am. They thought they were writing my ending. Instead, I wrote theirs. My phone buzzed. A message from Georgia. Emma's trying to write a tell-all blog post. Nobody's reading it. Nobody cares. That's the thing about karma, Gareth said. It doesn't always need your help. Sometimes you just need to expose the truth and let people see for themselves. I looked around my quiet house. No more lies. No more secret recordings. No more pretending. The only thing she really took from me was time, I said. But I made sure hers stopped the moment that monitor clicked on. Gareth raised his bottle. To karma. To truth, I corrected him. And to everyone who thinks they're clever enough to never face it. Outside, life went on. But somewhere in a cheap motel, Emma was learning what I'd known all along. Silence doesn't mean ignorance, and the biggest mistake you can make is underestimating someone who's watching you fall.